colors on parts of your face that protrude. Now, the three basic methods when applying cami paint is striped, blotching, and a combination. Now, know that you're not limited to these three basic methods. They're just a baseline to start from. The ultimate goal is you want to blend in with your natural surroundings. Something to keep in mind, camouflage is a continuous process. You must continuously improve your position and reapply your cami paint. Now that we talked about what an individual should look like, now we're going to talk about camouflaging your position. Behind me right now is a Marine properly camouflaged into this tree line. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about how he's blending in with his natural environment. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the camouflage of an individual's position. This Marine here, as you can see, before we couldn't see them when we were only 10 feet away from him. What he did is he took natural vegetation from the surrounding areas and used it to camouflage and blend in to the natural environment. By doing so, this Marine now effectively blends in with the surrounding vegetation. He has the right colors and the right vegetation. Now, one thing to take in note, he did not pull vegetation from his immediate area. He cut and used this vegetation from a different area, not the position that you're trying to conceal yourself in. The next portion we're going to talk about is camouflage of our equipment. As you see, the Marine also took vegetation and he wrapped around his weapon system and on his shooting platform and camouflage all his equipment in his position. Key thing to keep in note, the equipment still has to operate once you put the vegetation on it. Go ahead. This Marine will effectively be able to utilize his rifle from this concealed location. Now that we explain this Scout Sniper student here and his equipment sets, you probably noticed he has a bolt action rifle, and how does that apply to you? The next series of clips we're going to show you is going to teach you how to camouflage a service rifle or a carbine in your standard Marine Corps PPE. In addition to camouflaging Scout Sniper equipment, our standard Marine Corps equipment can also be camouflaged by using natural or artificial means, i.e. we took a burlap sandbag and camouflaged this M4 carbine. Now, something to keep in note, the operating parts of the weapon still have to work, i.e. your safety selector still has to operate and function. Your boat handle still needs to operate and function. Your magazine release, etc. If it doesn't work, then it's going to impede your operation. Then you have ineffectively camouflaged your system. Your Kevlar has cuts in the helmet. This is designed that you can add vegetation to it, effectively breaking up the outline of your standard Kevlar helmet. Along with camouflage, there are three types of improper camouflage: shine, outline, and contrasted background. As you see, this Marine's Kevlar looks like a turtle in the bushes. This is a key giveaway of this Marine's position. The next thing we're going to talk about is outline. When a Marine is above the vegetation line and you can see the outline of his body, is another form of improper camouflage. The last portion we're going to talk about is shine. You notice this Marine over here, he has green cami paint on and his black glasses. As soon as he looks up towards the sun, it's going to reflect light and give away his position. Camouflage your individual self, your equipment, and your position may sound simple, but keep in mind, if your enemy can see you, he can shoot you. If you do it correctly, it can save Marines' lives. Now we're going to transition and show you from a rural area and take you to the urban setting and show you how to camouflage yourself in an urban environment. 317, let's go. Sector Alpha, CRP2, north and west, 300 meters. Nope, 36, fire. What you just saw the two Marines do was effectively camouflage themselves in an urban position. What they did is take simple cami netting and turn it around backwards to create the illusion of artificial shadow in the building. From downrange looking in, the Marines weren't able to be observed. This is a simple trick that any Marine can use in combat. The ultimate end state to camouflaging yourself, both in urban and rural settings, is not to be on the opposite end of the barrel. Stay out of sight, stay out of mind. For more information on techniques of camouflage and concealment,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna get our morning PT going. Start my clock. And here we go. Knees. Elbows the knees. Double jacks. Toe touches. Toe touches. Reach out, touch your toes. Reach out, touch your toes. Reach out, touch your toes. Okay, run in place. Knees. Elbows the knees. And we are done. All right, let's proceed on.
Yes, I've got a great webinar called Become Part of the 9% and on 91% lose in spread betting. And you've got to, well, there are so many things you would need to do to become part of the 9%. If it were that easy, everyone would be part of it. And there's a lot of intelligent people making up part of the 91%. And in fact, you will always vacillate. You'll be in the top 1 and you occasionally you'll be outside the 9%. But what you do need to do is you need to potentially decide on a strategy that looks after all elements of money management. And we've discussed the risk reward, we've discussed losses. You've got to manage losses, that keeps you in the game. You've got to believe you have a system that will make more than it gives back on its winning. It will win and will lose all the time. No one is ever going to have 100%. So accept that losses are part of the game and manage that. Become as systemic as possible in determining what your setup is. So the more it can be reduced to logic, the better, and the tighter. And then you need to stick to the system as systemically as possible as well, which most people are incapable of with emotions, particularly after, say, 3 losses. You'll be snakebite fearful, when after 3 wins, you'll be piling on twice the size. And that'll be the one that'll lose and give back all of those 3 wins and some. So that's where focusing on, if you had to develop a black box system, is not a bad process for defining your strategy and that which you find interesting. Observing charts, a lot of observation, a lot of drawing of charts, and a lot of use of patterns. Patterns are probably the most powerful technical analysis tool for me outside of the larger trend Dow theory.
What are some trading mistakes to avoid?
Most trading mistakes made by beginners, even intermediates, and occasionally even advanced people when they lose their heads, is to do with trade sizing. So they take a loss too big. there's no damage done in taking your managed loss. That's part of the game and being wrong. The problem is that recovery ladder when you then emotionally negatively respond to taking an already slightly bigger loss. So let's say you lose 15 or 20%, and then you think, damn, I want to get back to where I was, so I need to make 25%, so I'll trade bigger again. I'm sure I'm right this time. You can't cope with the mental it's like a mental cognizance dissonance, cognitive dissonance that makes you need to get back to where you once were, because you're now seeing yourself as the lesser self as dictated by this balance. And that then pressurizes you into trading bigger again on what looks like a sure thing. But now you're punch drunk because you must find an opportunity quickly. And it's not a sure thing. It's the first thing you grabbed hold of that best represents a possible trade. So you then bastardizing your criteria to grab hold of something that you expect to leverage you back into where you once were. This is a very big fatal spiral, because once again you then overtrade because you've got to make back more to get back up, and that's the recovery ladder concept. And boom, that is probably the single most destructive that sees someone have a £10,000 account reduced to a few hundred or £1,000 and then virtually giving up, realizing that they've blown it. Size.
It's 91% of people are in that sort of category.
I wouldn't say 91% are in that category. They don't all blow their accounts up from £10,000 down to 9, but they aren't possibly consistent with money management as a whole. And sizing is one element of money management. Don't forget, I said risk reward should be central to that as well. So they're taking trades that aren't worth the squeeze. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, and the probability of win rates. They haven't tested what likelihood they have of winning. Too tight a stop, something else I've mentioned. All of those things all fall under the larger money management cluster, and those are all key.
So do you agree with this statement? The only way to make money is slowly and steadily over time, not trading forex indices, commodities, etc., because they're a giant casino.
No, I wouldn't agree with that statement at all. Those underlying markets can be traded profitably on a consistent basis. There isn't an efficient market hypothesis that truly keeps everything at true value. Anything that involves people will have reactions and overreactions and underreactions. So no, I think you can. I think I wouldn't be in the game if I didn't feel that there was an edge that could be taken.
All right, we'll get into our training, and we're gonna get into some practice this morning. Like I said on Friday, we want to make sure we're applying what we're learning, so we can learn how to do this trading thing on our own. All right, let's go.
I'm glad to be back. I hope you guys learn a lot, take a lot out of today. But we're gonna start with simply every Monday. I'm just gonna go over a certain pair. So today I'm gonna go over GBP USD with you guys. So if you guys want to follow along, if you have two screens, you want to flip back and forth and mark it up right with me, you can go ahead and do that, or just simply watch and learn how I do it all the way from the day all the way down to the 5 minutes. So with basic trading view, this is kind of how I have my screen. I have my blue candlesticks as upward movement, bullish movement, and then bearish movement. I have my downward red candlesticks. If you don't know what bullish means, that means it's going up. Bearish means it's going down. So those are just some trading terms if you haven't learned those yet. I do have a ton of bookmarks here, as you can see on the top, that I use to trade. So how to access those, if you don't know how to access them, they're on the left side of your trading view. Hopefully, if you're brand new, you have trading view. Someone set you up with trading view. So I've been trading for a year and a half. I'm 23 years old, from Minnesota here in the United States. It's the first time that you've traded with me. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. So over on the left-hand side, you can kind of bookmark these tools. You can see if you extend it with the little arrow, you can actually favorite the tools that you want to use. So if you like how I trade at the end of the sessions today, you you can have these tools bookmarked. They're right here accessible to you. So I bookmark my trend line, my horizontal line, and then I just have an arrow. I sometimes use the arrow. So you can go ahead and favorite those. They'll pop up right here. As we move down, the only one I use from this section is the Fib Retracement. So I would favorite that. I would star that. It's one of my favorite tools to use. I'm going to go over that in the next half hour to an hour that we have here. So star that, have that out. So when I'm ready to, share the numbers and how to use it, you're ready to go. Going down to the third section, I just have the brush tool. You can kind of use this tool to, draw on your screen, kind of predict where the market's going to go. If you want to draw, like support, whatever you want to do with it. It's kind of tough to draw letters with. You can draw the brush tool. Rectangle, I use this tool as well. I'll show you why I use it. And then some triangles for some different setups. Moving down, I have a text box. I like to back test and write when I'm studying the market what happened at certain zones. So when I look back at the market, I know what's going on, especially if you're brand new and you make notes on your trading view and you come back to it. It really helps, especially when I was trading my first 2 to 3 months. Really helped using that tool. The price label, I use that when I'm calling out live trades. Arrow marker, I kind of use that for a direction of the market is in, because we like to trade with the market, right? We like to trade with the trend more than against the trend. We have a better chance of winning. So I'll kind of go over that as well. That's pretty much it. These other tools are kind of the traditional style of Forex with stop loss and take profit. Don't need to use that on this binary call. But I'm going to clear my screen. We're going to go over GBP USD. If you have any questions, I will be watching the chat. So if you do have any questions, I would love to answer them. As not a, I don't have a large crowd, so I'm able to go through and answer you guys' questions. That's a big benefit for you guys, so I can answer anything you guys have in mind. But go on GBP USD. We're going to start on the day, and we're going to start marking up our support and resistances and trend lines and see where kind of the market is moving as we get down to the smaller time frames. And we're trading binary, so we're usually trading within minutes. So this is straight binary options. So if you do have the elite pack and you're tuning in, this is more binary and the traditional style FRX. So we're going to first mark our resistance line. So resistance is when the market comes to a point in the market and where it has rejected on the top on a upward movement. So the first one that I see here is price came to about 902. And when I say 902, I'm looking at the last three numbers when I have my mouse dragged all the way over. So price has rejected here on the day chart many times. It's a big rejection zone right there, many times across the board. So we'll start there as a resistance line. After that, we're going to go find a ton of support lines. So we'll take our horizontal tool and we're going to find where price has rejected on a low part. So I do like this area where price has been the lowest. So I'm going to mark that there. Let's keep marking, find low spots in the market of where price has rejected. I'm going to put that there because of price rejection there. Also see a zone right here. Prices came down to and rejected. Also lines up with these resistance lines as well. This acted as a resistance. It just came up a little further, but no need to put a line there. We can see that. If you want to put a line there, you can. We'll zoom in more as we get down to the lower time frames. On the day, that's pretty much all I would do for right now. Let's go down to the 4 hour. So if you don't have these time frames bookmarked, you can click the down arrow and you can simply just bookmark them so they all show up. So you don't have to go in and select the time every time. It's just shorter, just clicking that way. So you can set up your trading view like that if you don't have that. So let's go down to the 4 hour. You can see that price is kind of zoning in on more of the smaller key areas. We're trading in such a short time frame. So now we're just simply going to keep making our support and resistance lines all the way down to the 5 minute. I didn't learn how to trade like this right away. I was a big template guy, kind of like Millie Mills. That's kind of how I learned the ropes right away. But I really shied away from the template and looked at the bigger picture of where the market's heading, where certain zones prices bouncing off of. I found technical analysis was where I found my most success when you can learn market structure. It really pays. I know Evan does a lot of market structure as well. When I started trading, I had Matt, Ness, and Evan about 1.5 years ago. So it's crazy how far HFX has come within this company. But I'm going to mark this line. I see a lot of support here on the 4 hour. If you zoom out, if you're following along, zoom out. We like to get the bigger picture of the market. We don't just want to be here and decide whether we're going to be buying or selling. You know, when I'm trading, I like the bigger picture. I like to see what's going on longer term, and we can get a better analysis of, you know, where price is heading, where we can get into our entries. If this is making sense so far, give me some ones in the chat. I like feedback. Hopefully everyone's understanding so far. And if you're brand new, hopefully this makes sense to you on a basic training. This is called Training 101 for a reason. If you've heard this before, sometimes it's a good reminder. But we're going to keep going. So this is all that I would do for the 4 hour. Not much going on here. Let's actually make one more. Let's make a resistance line. So I see price here, price hit here, price bounced off of here, here again. So I like when our lines can hit, 2 to 4 areas of support or resistance. So let's head down to the 1 hour. I'm just doing support and resistances right now. After we do our support and resistances, we'll go into making our trend lines and see where the trend is. But for right now, we're just going to be marking support and resistances. And at the end, it's going to all make sense and it's all going to be put together and we're going to have this all marked up. So on the hour, let's see where price is rejecting. I do like the area right here. This is price rejecting at this point. As we zoom in, I don't like anything else. I'm going to skip the 45. I usually go right to the half hour. And this is where I like to make even more lines because we're getting down to our smaller time frame. I like this area at 0.93. So if you're following along, 0.93, you can mark up 740, 736 area, 126, 0.35, and 902 if we're looking at the half hour. Zooming in here, but as we get closer down to our 5 minute, you can see a heavy uptrend. Thank you. You guys are so loving in the chat. I'm glad to be back. I'm feeling a lot better. My whole family is sick with COVID, so I'm trying to help them out now. They were helping me for a while. So, but anyways, let's keep moving down to the half hour. I just don't see anything else. We don't want to crowd our chart too much. so we can actually see what's going on the 15 minutes. Let's zoom in here. So I did earlier see this happening. This is kind of uptrending now in this pullback. I'm going to mark this at 631. I like this area right here, staying kind of in this area. I'm actually from Minnesota. If you can't tell, this is my favorite hat. All my sessions I wear Twins hat, Minnesota Twins, big baseball fan. Grew up playing college baseball, high school baseball. I do like the Yankees though. It's my second favorite hat. My schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Actually, on Wednesday, I'll be doing a dual go live session with Matty Pips at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So do not miss that. I'm good friends with Matty Pips, and he kind of led the way for me. Learned a lot from him. So I'm excited for Wednesday. It's going to be a get paid session. Wednesday at 10. Do not miss that. But I'm getting distracted here on the 15-minute. Let's see more support and resistances. Let's keep marking them up. 055, I like that area in the 32055. Let's get down to the 5-minute. Let's keep cruising. Let's see. Actually, gonna move this line up a little bit here. And as we get down to smaller time frames, you can kind of see, you can adjust your lines a little bit as in the hour and above. It kind of covers bigger margins in the market. So as you go down, you can kind of adjust to see where, price really rejected on a smaller time frame, which is cool. But now let's start making our trend lines. So as I see on the 5-minute here, I see this uptrend right here, kind of came down and formed another uptrend. And so what I see is on our trend line, we want to have at least 3 points of contact. If you watch the Academy, you want 3 points of contact at least to form an uptrend. So I'm going to start here from the bottom, and I'm going to draw this trend line up exactly like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be something where it's like this. You can have it up like this, but I'm going to draw this specifically up like this, touching this point. Doesn't really touch this, but it's crossing through our candles right there. And if we extend that, it actually, once it broke this uptrend, it broke it. Usually what happens is price is going to come back and touch the backside of this uptrend. And so when we see that, this is called a bounce back. If you're familiar with break and retest, it's called a bounce back when it's, breaks a trend, comes back and touches it. I do like this 5-minute trend line right here. If you right click on the trend line and clone it, you actually can make another trend line and kind of see the channel that it's, heading in. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just kind of makes it so you can see where price is heading. We have a nice uptrend, and it usually stays in these bigger zones. But I'm going to move to 15 after we see our current uptrend. So another uptrend I see is right here. I'm actually going to start this at this point. This is where it follows our trend here. I'm going to clone this as well. Kind of see another channel of where price is staying within. Then we kind of just get a bigger picture of when we have trend lines and it breaks the trend line, it's usually going to come back and hit the backside of trend lines. You know, not every time, obviously, but that's with hours and hours and hours of studying how price moves. I've spent so many hours, probably way too many hours. I was in college last year and I started this. I probably put a lot more time into trading into my studies, but I finished, got a job for 3 months, had an internship, and now I trade full time. Don't even use my degree, which is cool because I love this. I'm passionate about it. I'm going to help everybody in this academy. So, but do these uptrends make sense? How this uptrend is trending right now? These two back ones are clones. I'm going to put in color the clones just in green. This is a cloned one. This is a cloned one as well. Don't necessarily need these green ones. Whoops. But you can have them just to see where direction's going. So just like this uptrend right here that we have, we see, price staying within it, but it came back to this previous trend line that we had. If we just extended it, I would always extend your trend lines. A lot of people just stop their trend lines here, but then they don't realize that it's going to help in the future, where it ended up bouncing back off of our trend line. Exactly what it did here. We didn't extend this trend and just kept it here, we would have never known it was going to bounce off of the backside of this one. So it's always important to extend those trend lines because you just see different things. It's another confirmation of a trade setup. If you didn't, maybe it would have gone off of something else. So it just gives you an extra piece of information you can have on your chart for another trade setup. So let's go to the 15 and see how our trend lines are looking. Let's see the half hour. I think these look pretty good. They're not always going to be perfect. These clones definitely aren't going to be perfect. The green lines, but you can see our black trend lines. These are our main ones. They're matching up exactly how we want. Price broke out of this trend, started to form a new trend. Now we can mark that trend. And so, but now price didn't ever hit the trend line in this area, came back, touched our backside of our trend, came back down, broke through our main trend line that we had, came back, tested the backside of our trend line. So this is a big trend line session. You can see a lot of this. Extend your trend lines. You're gonna see a lot of this. Once you know how to mark up your charts, it takes practice. I didn't learn this overnight. You can rewatch the session, rewatch my recordings. So a clone is basically just, it's going to make you the same line, and then you can just find it and put it as kind of like a channel instead of just one. So if I just remove this, you can just see kind of the uptrend. I like to, if there is a trend going on, I do like to clone it so it just makes the same one, and you just simply find where price is heading. Oops, I made another one. So it just kind of gives you a better visual when looking at the long-term picture of the charts. You don't have to do it. It's just something that I do. But I'll make this green again. So if that's something new that you learned with trend lines, give me some ones in the chat. I want some feedback on this. It says training 101. Some of you might have heard this before, already have learned it. but I do like to have these marked up if it works out on certain pairs. I can't mark up every pair and explain it fully in an hour, but every Monday we're just going to go on another pair. You're going to learn something new every Monday. Awesome. All right, the next thing that I like to have on when I'm trading. So now we're on the 5 minute. I usually stay on the 5 minute, but having these markups gives us the bigger picture. Usually I'm on the 5 minute, and when I'm trading, you'll see on Wednesday and Thursday. I guess probably more on Thursday when actually no, I don't think I'm not trading Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. So my next session will be Wednesday with Matt. So we'll both be live on Go Live. So you can, if you want to watch me, you can go on my channel. If you want to watch Matt, he'll be on his, but we'll both be on it together. Next week probably will be more, you'll see me looking at the 15-minute setups, the 30-minute setup, and the 5 minute. I like these 3 time frames to correlate and match up for me to go in for an entry. I like to trade 4 minutes, I like to trade 5 minutes, but you'll see me flipping back and forth, and I'll kind of explain that when we're live trading, so you guys are actively learning while we're, looking for live setups. You'll get to know kind of what I look for more in depth. These are just more strictly chart markups, but I do like the Fibonacci tool. So grab your Fibonacci tool, the Fib Retracement, and if you have it bookmarked, draw it out. So if you just click on the screen and drag it, you can click it again.
Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to our prac app this morning. So Emma, are you prepared to share your screen? Let me let you unmute yourself.
Sure, I don't have any charts open now, but
Okay. Well, if you can, let's do some markups and let's look for some setups. See if you can find something, and let's take a dollar trade on it or demo trade.
okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You want one that doesn't have any markup on it?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to roll with is fine.
All right, let's see what we have there. Let me switch my mouse.
So this morning we're getting ready to do some chart markups using some trend lines, Fibonacci tool, and then we're going to do some practice trading. So that practice trading can be in a demo account, or we're going to do $1 trades, and that's going to be that. So what we want to do going forward from today is just continuing to do more prac up every day, so we're applying what we're learning, so that by day 30 we feel more confident in taking more trades on our own. So that's the ultimate goal of boot camp, is to be able to hone your skills, perfect your strategy, and obviously learn together. So Emma's about to go ahead and attack her chart.
Let's look at GBP USD. Let me take off this. That's good. Now GBP USD in a heavy uptrend here.
Yeah, that's a big uptrend.
Yeah, that is massive. Let's not bother with that one. USD JPY and a heavy down.
Mhm.
Okay, let's look at the 75 minutes. All right, so we know. We know this is in a downtrend. If we could do a flip here. All right, so well, we know this is in a downtrend. It's been downtrending for a while. This is a heavy down. It might kind of start to consolidate here. We have a resistance line here, and this is red, so that means this is a resistance on the daily. All right, so we have a little while to go for this. All right, so if we look here, right, hasn't really touched the first zone as yet. So we'll probably look at it to touch the first zone. Maybe it might come back up to the resistance line that we have here at 125, okay, which is a little bit inside. But we also have a lot of wicks here as well. If we look at the 15 minutes, yeah, we have some wick resistance in the first zone as well. So it might look for it to come up to this resistance line again and probably take a sell.
So it's coming up
Looks
pretty
like it
fast.
just want to come up. Yeah.
You might want to get ready then if we're going to take this trade.
Let me see.
Let me go over to my broker as well.
This thing, okay, I can move it. Okay, good. Okay, let's see where we're looking at. 104. We want it to come up to about 1. I think I might even look at it maybe a little bit below.
Mm-hmm.
If you look here, you see these wicks here, these three wicks, this red one, this green one, and this green one.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I will look for it more. So maybe not as high as the 120, as the trend line,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 122.
Okay.
So it's at 125, but if it comes to 122, I'll probably do it still.
Makes sense. Yeah, it hit 116 on my broker so far. Are we doing a 3-minute trade or a 4-minute trade, Emma?
Well, usually when I do the Fib, I do 5.
5 minutes, okay.
Yeah, I usually do 5, like how Jake does the Fib. If I was just doing based on support and resistance, then I'll do the 4, like how you all do 4 minutes.
Okay.
So my balance is 589.
So we're taking a 5-minute trade. Emma called out UJ at 122 or higher for a 5-minute sell.
Yeah.
And we're just doing practice trades. You can use a dollar demo account or the amount you like. If you want to do more than a dollar, you can. That's up to you. Use your own risk management there. But I do like the setup though. Very good call.
All right, we're coming up there.
It's at 117 on my end. 118. 119. It hit 120.
Might get a pullback on this candle here.
122, 123.
Oh gosh, I pressed it too
I got
late.
120. I got 120. It didn't give me 122.
Yeah, I got 120 as well. Oh,
That's
God.
okay. That was pretty quick. You had to have sniper fingers for that one, but again, it's already tanking. So great call.
Yeah. And I have it just, mine is expiring just under this 5-minute candle. So once this candle remains red, profits.
Yep. Great job.
Whew, that was quick.
Yes, it was.
Hey, you see, it didn't even go up to the 125. It went up to the 122, like I said.
Right. Great analysis.
Yeah, thanks.
Great way to start the Monday off.
Correct. And then again, trend is your friend. So it's in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's been in a downtrend for a while. So, so just kind of dancing a little around here now, I guess, because it had such a heavy down momentum here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of trying to. Let's go back by our fib here.
It's going to stay down for us.
Yeah. When do you expire, Vaughn?
Expired 13/20.
30. Oh,
I got a shorter trade. Yeah, it didn't give me the full time.
Oh, you were all inside. Yeah, this candle should close, but it's really going down, so it should be all right.
For anybody out there that's watching this or watching it later on the recording side, when you call out a trade, just trust your analysis. Just relax, breathe, and don't have too much emotion about the trade or the market going up and down. Because if you're trading with the trend, it's going to go down just a matter of time. So then you may have to take a rollover or whatever, but that's okay. Just trust your trades, control your emotions, and believe in what you're doing.
Yeah. Very.
Okay, I just cleared that trade myself.
Good job.
I'm just waiting on you guys to clear.
I might roll this,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling mine. Oh, can't roll. Missed my roll.
It should come back down. It should come back down. Because that was the high point, and it rejected off of that, so it should tank back down.
Let's see how long this candle has again. 1 minute. Yeah, it's gonna come down on the next candle. If I got my roll, I would have probably won this trade.
Yeah, I hate you missed your rollover, right? Need a little more time.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens, everybody, that sometimes we lose trade based on time. There was a great analysis there. The market did drop down. It came to what she called that. It came right to the entry point. We took that. The market did drop down. However, you know, it went the other way on us in the end zone. But again, if we had rolled it over, we would have had more time. And again, the market should go back down. So
Yeah.
it's a matter of time.
Well,
but again, great job, Emma. I mean, you still caught out a great fire trade.
All right, cool.
It was just timing. And then, you know, had we taken I got a shorter trade, so even with a shorter time frame, maybe, you know.
Yeah, because I did a longer, and then mine only came out a profit in the less than the last minute.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I probably should have done a shorter trade. So I'll probably start looking at those 4-minute trades instead of 5-minute trades.
Do you normally do 5-minute trades?
I do.
Okay. Well, if that's your strategy, I understand. I normally do 4-minute trades. I only do 5-minute when I trade with Jake.
Yeah, that's because of Jake's training, and he says he does the 5 with the Fib. So that's why I do the 5. So.
Okay, I got you. Okay. All right. Who we got on here? Anybody else want to do it? Let's see. Okay, Nathan, do you want to, or MJ, Nathan and MJ, you guys want to share your screen, do a chart markup and call a practice trade out for us? If you're prepared to do that. But if you're not prepared, we want you to get prepared because we want to be doing this every day. Even if you think you're wrong, that's why we're doing a practice trade. So don't feel like, you know, you have to be perfect or you have to call out a winning trade. Just about calling it out, having the confidence to say, okay, I'm going to take a trade at this point. Okay, if not, I'll go ahead and look up for one right now and then come back to you guys. Let me share my screen. Okay, so, all right, let me see what I can find real quick. See if I see anything I like. Okay, so GJ right now, it's a little bit of tiny uptrend here. Just gonna do a trend. All right, so I kind of like it here. I could take a trade there. Use my Fib. Okay, so if this could come down to 800, I would take that for a call. It's not there yet. I'm gonna set the alarm to come back to that and go look for something else. Just start to head down that way. I can pay attention to it. I'll keep looking. That was a huge uptrend. Now it's downtrending some. Okay, that's a big candle. Yeah, so this would have been a good call here at 269 probably. Let's see. Yeah, if this comes down to 251, I would take a call there. Just gonna put a little box there.
251.
Yeah. Below, I'm
Almost.
looking for it to come below that area.
Okay.
I'm just watching it right now to see what I like. And let me check the strength real quick. This may continue to go down. Actually, 243 will be my mark. Is where I would try to take it at. Let me see. Put it on there. Keep looking. Also, I like UCAD as well. Right there. Okay. All right, so I'm just trying to mark my zones real quick, seeing what I like. I like this at 990. I like UCAD for a sell at 990. If it comes there. I came at 980. Little ways to go. And then my next zone is a little bit high. I don't think it's going to come that high because it's in a slight downtrend. So this area here is where I would like for it to come to take a sell. Going back to see what else we have. And okay, USD, what we're doing. So it's now almost at my 226. Oh, it went past that 240 something. So it kind of broke that. Trying to see if I like this trade or not. I will give this a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot, you guys, at what it go, 226. So 226 on your USD, I will take a call. Wait, make sure I'm doing that right. Make it
Well,
bigger.
I think Nathan saying something in the chat here.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, I want to get my number down, Pat. Anything 230 or below on that? Let me look at the chat. On your USD. 230 call. Okay, where's my chat? There it is. Okay, I got you. All right, no problem, Nathan. So we missed that EU call out there. It went all the other way already.
Yeah, it went down to 233.
Yeah, it was at 230. Okay. All right, Nathan, you want to go ahead and show your screen? You can. Oh, he was saying USD CAD as well. So he can't talk, but he can say that he can show his analysis. It says that price is in a downtrend using the Fib, waiting for 618 level around 970 or above, 4-minute sale. So we were basically looking at the same thing. His number is a little bit lower than mine. I was looking at 990, but basically the same analysis. So he's looking at UCAD for a sale at 970. Let's see where it's at now.
And it exactly touched 970.
Okay, do we miss the trade already?
Yeah.
It already tanked. Okay. All right, great call, Nathan. We would have cleared that trade by a mile. I just went to it now. Yeah, I have my alarm set. It didn't come to my level. It came to 978. That's the highest it went to. I called out 990, a little bit higher. But again, great call out, brother. Okay. MJ, if you're there, if you want to show your screen or do an analysis, you can. Let me know. If not, I'll go back real quick and see if I can find anything. We want to do this every day, you guys. Want to keep practicing our strategy. I use zones and things like that. That's what I use to trade with. So I like my zones, break and retest, using the channels, things like that. So what do I have? UCAD, GCAD.
Is UCAD dead? Because it's coming back up. It's coming back up to 163.
No, it's not dead in my opinion because it's still in the downtrend. I just liked it up at 990. But if it comes back up above that 980 level, I would take that for a sale.
Right.
It hasn't completely left the building yet. I already got a alarm there. But no, I still like that trade setup. It's in a downtrend. It may not come back up to that level though. I'm looking at GR for sale. I like GR for sale at 688. Yeah, I think it's going to hit that zone and reverse back. So if it comes to 688, I'll take that for a sale, 4-minute sale on GR. It's coming up there. It previously went to 673 and rejected. So I want to get it a little bit higher. 666, 73 it came to. See if we can get a push up. Oh shoot.
Hide.
I was just about to change the amount. It may give me a little spike. You got to be quick for that one. So let's see if it does it again. I want at least 680. Let's see if I get it. $670. Come on, you're playing with me. I'm just gonna be patient. I might have missed this one. It came to 683. It's already trying to go down a little bit. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
And if you see something else, let me know. I can stop sharing. We can take turns. I don't want to be the only one looking for trades. I want you guys to get some work in too, so we can perfect this and we can all get to the bag and grow our accounts and master this thing. 673. Come on. 680. I'll take that. I got 673 right. That's funny. All right, so I've got 673. Let's see what happens. They're at 683 now. Now it goes up there. So
That's
let's see
good.
if this thing bounces. Well, it keeps bouncing off this zone here. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So I took it right here. If you go to a high time frame, it was in a downtrend. So it did come back up. And that's the reason why I took a sell, because it has been in a downtrend. And it rejected off this area here before previously, because I took trades here before. As you look to the left, let me make this a little bigger. So this thing should go back the other way and make it a little bit bigger so you can see. So over here to the left, it rejected here before previously. So that's why I felt confident in taking a sell there. Now let's see what's happening. Let me go back to the right and see, okay, we got a red candle. Let's see if it continues to go down or not though. So that's the concerning factor. And let's see, let me go back to my broker, see how we're looking. Okay, so we got some downward movement there. You can see it busting down a little bit. Needed to keep tanking. Time we got in this candle. Okay, well, I'm on a 30-minute, that's why. Let me go back to the 5. That's why. Okay, we got 3 minutes in this candle left still, so it is continuing to go down, which is a good thing.
This is on just kind of.
So I got about a minute left. Need some bust down action or some timber action here, Giad.
Just under a minute left in that.
Okay. Did you get in the trade above 673, Emma?
Yeah, I got in at 683.
Oh, you in there then. You good. You are good.
In like 20 seconds.
Okay. Don't tease us now. I need you to stay down, Giad. Nope, don't do
Oh,
that. Go back down now. That's okay. Go back down.
you still
I still
in?
like you. I still like you. Come on, Giad. Stay down there. Okay, it's kind of taking me out of profit a little bit. Bust down, bust down, bust down. All right, I lost that trade. It kind of sniped me out of there. That's okay.
So you won mine and I won yours.
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. Good to go.
Payback.
I did like the trade though. I mean, as you guys saw, it did go down.
Yeah.
It probably needed one roll, but I couldn't roll over in the end. So, all right, let's keep moving. I'm 1-1 right now for the morning.
Let me see what I'm seeing.
I'll stop sharing now if you want to go ahead and do it again if you can. Oh, Emma, let me know if you want to share your screen.
Not yet.
Okay, I'll share mine then until you're ready. Not a movement.
Yeah, now watching these things did a lot of movement yesterday.
I see a lot of things that could potentially set up throughout the day, but probably not while we're on this session.
Yeah.
I see like GCAD is going to come back for a call. I'm going to set my alarm for later. It comes back below 2:45 on GCAD. Write that down. Oh, that was GU. So just what I do, everybody, for a tip, I write down my trades. I have a journal. I write on every trade. When I'm looking for setups, I always write down what I'm looking for. So I look through a lot of trades, so I don't want to try to remember all that. So I just write it down. Okay, UGBP. If your GEP comes back up to 215, I'll take that for a sell. Wait a minute. I'm going to say 224 instead of 215. Okay. What I'm basically looking for, I'm looking for trends. I'm looking to see if anything is trending so that I can then, use my Fib tool or, things like that, and then see where I want to get in it. So basically, I'm trading with the trend. As Emma said, the trend is your friend. I like Eurocad for a call down at 218, 220 or below on Eurocad as well. 220 or below call.
Oh, that little bit of consolidation there.
Yeah, that's why I say I'll eat on this. If it comes down to 220 on Eurocad, I'll take that for a call right now. Unless you see something else, Emma. So I'll take that for a 4-minute call, everybody. If it comes down there to 220, it's in an uptrend, as you can see, in a consolidation period.
You taking it for a call?
Yeah. I'm gonna show you why in 1 second. You can see here, every time I hit this line here, I bounced off this resistance level. Everywhere I'm putting the arrow at is where it bounced off.
Okay.
And right now, this is like a consolidation period, a small consolidation period. So I feel confident that this will go back up.
Okay.
I'm watching EU. I think if EU comes down to maybe 232, then I'll probably take that for a call as well. It's a little way off, but if it comes down to 232, I'll take a call.
225. What did I say? Oh, 220. Might not get it. There we go. Dang. I missed it again. Oh, 225. Okay. It might not even come down to 220. Wait a few minutes, be patient, see what happens.
Oh, I really like that, only 15 minutes.
Is your USD getting close for you?
No.
Okay. Right now, I'm just waiting to see if it's going to hit 220 or not so I can take this trade. It just opened up green, so let's see if I get a spike down on that. 225 may have been the number. It came to 225. Now you see it's going up, so
Yeah.
might miss this opportunity, but definitely I like to set up just to go back over the analysis here. So basically, like I said, I trade off my zones, and it's not just here. I mean, I go back to the left. I have a horizontal line there as well, so I go left to look and see what happened before, and you see it rejected off here before in the past. So same thing over here. So right now it's kind of uptrending, and it basically has left the building. So that was 39, 40, 41, 42. Right around here would have cleared this trade. So I did like to set up again. Like I said, this is already gone, so kind of see if it comes back. And when you're in consolidation, you never know when it's going to have a breakout. So you really are taking, you're taking a chance on these trades, but I wouldn't do like 10 to 15 trades in consolidation and expect to clear all of them because eventually it's going to break out at some point. But I do like to set up. Let me just put me an alarm there. Keep an eye on it.
I think Euro JPY as well. I have a nice resistance line at 236.
Okay.
It's kind of coming down a little bit now, but
yeah, I got a zone at 246 as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of respecting 202.
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, and I have a lot of wick action there.
Mm-hmm. And when you see a bunch of wicks, that means it's going to go the other way pretty soon. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you doing? RCAD is therefore a sell right now at 95.
RCAD.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Emma?
At where?
Hold on, let me go back. I said at 95, but it could come up to 107. I called it at 95 though.
I'm liking 111 or higher.
Got you. Right now, I'm just drawing a couple zones that I see.
That's a big zone there.
Okay, so I took a dollar trade at 95 to see what happened. But basically, this was a real quick analysis because I saw it. I didn't want to miss it. But it's kind of plateauing up here. It's not really going past here. You see it kind of curved and went back down and retesting the zone, but it hasn't broken through this area. And if you look overall, you can see that it's in a downturn.
Spike me down.
What you get?
112.
112? Okay. This can come as high as 129.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I said 111 no higher, so I guess 112 is higher.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let's see if this thing's going to go back the other way or not for us. I expired at 47.54. And I took a dollar trade on this, so I'm going to roll my dollar over. I don't want to lose my dollar. And I had an alarm go off on UCAD, USD CAD. It's at
Okay, sell UCAD right now.
Yeah. Who said that? That Nathan?
Yeah, I was just typing it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let's see where it's at now when I get there.
988.
I'm always late to the party. I got 007.
Even better entry.
Mm-hmm.
Euro USD. What did I say for Euro USD? 232.
Yeah.
And I lost it. There it's
232.
219, 220 now.
Okay, it's coming up. So right now we are in two trades, USD CAD and wait a minute, I think I'm in Euro odd. No, UCAD. Odd CAD, that's what it is. Odd CAD and USD CAD right now.
Man, where is USD CAD going?
It's probably gonna stop right there at 0.40.
I see that. Yeah.
Might have to give it a roll.
Yeah.
It's been in a huge downtrend.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of broke the zone a little bit.
Anybody check news this morning? I didn't check.
I did. I didn't see anything.
I think that it was pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only like 7 folders total.
31, 50.
I think this thing is gonna wake out before the hour for sure.
Set 31.
USD CAD might come up to 65.
Yeah. Okay, we're at 48. I'm gonna give this one roll right now. Give it a little more time. And let me go look at odd CAD. I may get at another roll. Since I'm only trading $1, I don't mind rolling over 5 times if I have to. I normally don't do a bunch of rolls, so you know, I'll trade
There
with
it goes.
$1.
USD CAD's deep.
USD CAD busting down for us.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. I probably didn't even need to roll over, but I took a roll over everybody because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Give myself a little more time. But you see, it did tank down, and we are in profit on that.
Odd card is following suit.
It should follow. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that, Emma. Thank you. And I expire on that at 51.54.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was the big tank right there.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna wake up before the hour. So I think this 15 minutes is gonna turn around if you drop a trend line on the higher time frames.
Mm-hmm. USDK. Back to that.
Timber.
Yes, sir. So you guys can see out there that's watching this or the recorded session is that it came all the way up to the horizontal line here I have set here. It came all the way up to 45 and went the other way. So right now we're waiting for this thing to continue to go down. So we got 4 minutes left in that candle. And this will be our last trade this morning. Dan starts at 9. Dan and Thomas start at 9. So let's see this thing tank. Our OddCAD is didn't follow suit all the way just yet.
Yeah, it's gonna come down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably need one more roll on that, but I'll let that one go. I already lost.
I roll mine to the hour.
Okay. I wish I had to push the button before I went back to trading view, but it's okay.
That should be in profits. What you got in that?
Hold on, let me go back for you. I got a 95 entry. I didn't get a higher entry on that. I got a low entry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's coming down though. It's at 110 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
When do
It
you
ain't over.
expire
It ain't
on
over.
UCAD?
It ain't over until the fat lady sing though. UCAD 54.22. I mean, down to the last second, I've been spiked in, so that's why I don't count myself out until it's gone. Like, okay, never know. Okay, so I took an L.
Things deep now.
UCAD, yep, sure is.
Oh, I did not say that.
Two
UCAD, I was lying to you. I know you're gonna wake up. I know you are.
What's that? USDK. Let me go look at it. Okay, so right now we're just waiting for this to tank down a little bit more. 96.
I think it's gonna, this 5-minute candle end down around the 9:45 area.
Odd card is going down.
Yeah, it's coming down now. You guys can see out there.
The 960s. I
We
mean,
got a nice red candle coming
there.
down, which is great. We want to see this thing come all the way down to 913. Just keep going. That's what we're looking for. Go to a high time frame and see what's going on. So you can kind of see that, you know, it's down, up, down, up, down, up with UCAD. This is what it does all day long. And I'm kind of getting familiar with USDCAD, how it moves. But yeah, go to the high time frame. You can see the movement, the larger movements of the time.
Yeah.
And where we at now? I got about a minute left or so, a little over a minute.
I expired 2 seconds before you.
Okay, let's go.
54.20.
Okay.
That thing's gonna end around the 960s, I'm telling you.
I like that. I wanted to come down to 913. Come on, just keep falling.
Yeah, inside.
$94.
UCAD, stop being naughty.
It's gonna go back down.
There it is. This
We
1
need to
minute is
drop
just
back
gonna
down
drop.
for USDCAD. Work in our favor. Need everybody clear on the call tonight. We are in boot camp. We need to clear some trades this morning. We believe in you.
Inside.
Did you clear, Emma?
Yeah, just clear.
All right, great. I cleared as well. So
I'm
what we
still in
do?
odd card though, so I'm hoping odd card I'm hoping AutoCAD clear.
Are you in AutoCAD still? Okay.
I rolled it again.
Okay, great. Oh, it's
So
coming down.
That's a double roll.
Oh, that's great.
Too bad I'm trading demo.
I know, right? I would have cleared that too had I pushed another second roll over everybody, so you can see that it's tanking down. I got in there at I think I got in there at 95, right? Yeah, I got in at 95. So right now it's at 93. So again, we had some great calls. Sometimes you need a little more time. Yep. So that was a great call, everybody. I had fun this morning on here. Cleared some trades. Lost one or two demo trades. Dollar trades. So that wasn't too bad. But you
Oh
can see
man,
coming down.
no gumball for you today, man.
Yes, sir. You guys gonna hop on Dan's session this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop
Let me
on
see
too.
what my record is on my demo account this morning.
Yeah. When you expire now, Emma?
I expire exactly on the hour.
All right. Okay, in 5 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let us know how you do in the chart marker. Let us know if you cleared the trade or not.
All right, cool. So far, I'm 2-1.
That's what's up. Let's go. 3-1. Let's count it.
Well, I hope I'll be 3-1 when I'm finished.
Yeah. Oh, you're okay. What we got?
Yeah, Eurocad's doing it
That's what I was
again.
waiting for. I was waiting on this. So I will take this if it comes down to where I wanted it at. I'll just keep my eye on it now. Yeah.
What was that? How much was that?
It came down to 230, which is where I wanted it at. So anywhere below 230.
That's the one that came down to 233.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right.
233. Yep. Trading view says 230.
Vaughn, how do you feel about a Euro odd buy?
You are. Let me see, buddy. Hold on. I don't want to miss your cat. I know if I go, it's going to come down tomorrow. It's going to spike down and go. Give me 1 second. I can look on my other monitor. I got 2 monitors now. Hold on. I forgot about that.
36.
Where you want your odd at?
234. It's just coming down. It's in my zone right now.
Okay. My next red line is at 640. And I see some resistance down there at 703. Is that what? Oh shit! I got 224 on EuroCAD. I really want to take this trade, but it might have already. Let me go back and look on the trading view. Okay, it didn't break the zone. Good. All right. It didn't break through. Okay. So I should be good on this. I meant to keep that PG. My bad.
There she goes.
Yeah, come on. That's the trade I wanted. You gonna take your odd, bro?
I'm trying to find like where I wanted that. I was kind of thinking.
This odd card is gonna be close.
Yeah.
Where you in at?
112.
Oh. When do you expire?
It's gonna go down. Let's go. Bust down. Bust down.
I am at 0057.
Oh. So you're right on the hour.
Bust down.
You rolling? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Thanks. I just pushed the button. It didn't do anything.
I was gonna say I might take a re-entry on that at like 200. Oh, it's there right now. Just based off higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
I think top 200 and just flew.
Yeah. Now we just needed to keep going up.
Oh, it will. It definitely will. There's a hard resistance right there at like 200 on the 30,
Yeah.
the hour. Oh yeah.
Let me stop the recording real quick.